All right, so yesterday's revision to payroll sent shockwaves, not only down Main Street, but of course Wall Street as well. And you know what? It may only be the tip of the iceberg. Remember, we had Danielle Booth on yesterday, and she talked about the reduction being 915,000. By the way, Mike Shetlock also came up with the same number. If you added up all the components, here's the bottom line. The trend is very disturbing. Look at this, minus 612, minus 733, 735, minus 915. It's easy to see why many people believe, A, that this has been sort of a deliberate cover-up, right? And keep this in mind. This is only a preliminary number. There's going to be more adjustments to this. And if you think about that for a moment, according to BLS Commissioner William Beach, these adjustments are going to be made. So what you've got is this, what they call the birth-death model, which normally moves hand in hand with the change in business establishments. That's what we saw yesterday. The number of business establishments went down over 50%. The birth-death model is also going to come down. It's easy to see why some people think that at some point this number could be zero, that we created zero jobs in the last year. So with that in mind, you say, how can the Fed make decisions based on this kind of faulty data? Interestingly, the Federal Reserve has thrown good old-fashioned observation out the window. The question is, are they relying too much on data? Well, here's a headline for you. Fed Schmidt says that he wants to see more data before they can cut rates. Now, my next guest actually pointed out that the lack of confidence in their models is a major, major issue for the Federal Reserve.
So let's talk about that. The fact that people actually believe that the numbers are fraud. I believe it. I think that they're doing it just to make the president and Kamala look good. And the government's lying to us. I know it sounds conspiracy theory, but I mean, the numbers are the numbers. How are you overshooting a number and then having to retrace it? It's like if you only have 215,000 jobs, how are you getting 400? Where is that number coming from? That number's coming from what's going to make the market stay up. They allow a inflated number to pump the market so that the market's not feared, and then days go by and they retrace it, and then the market doesn't respond to that retracement. And they're doing this because it's an election cycle. I don't actually think we actually did create any jobs this year. I actually think we lost jobs this year, but they're not going to put that out. Because if we didn't create any, but unemployment went up, that means we lost them. Because we didn't make any, and we lost the ones we had. So we'll see where this is going. Probably in January or February next year, we'll realize that we've been hoodwinked.